Hello, and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the Spanish Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered, and a couple of practice drivers as we rate their weekend out of 10. It was an epic Grand Prix at Spain, as Charles Leclerc absolutely smashed the field, but then reliability cost him the win, and Max took advantage. So, yeah, let's get into the practice drivers to start with. Nick Dufrese. I give him 8. He did a very solid job. He beat Latifi, no mistakes, and he did a very solid job. Robert Kubica, 8. Again, he did a very solid job, and he was actually ahead of Bottas. And Yuri Vips, 0. I mean, he was miles off the pace, and he didn't cover himself in glory. Last in a Red Bull. The same Red Bull that actually won the race. So yeah, shocking. So let's jump into all 20 drivers as we rate them. Driver ratings is controversial, but yeah, I give a fair rating, and yeah, let's jump into it. Fernando Alonso, 6. Yeah, he was very fast in practice, but qualifying ended up as a disaster, as he qualified 17th. He then took an engine change. Like, qualifying was a disaster, the race was phenomenal, as he went from last to P9. Great fight back in front of his home fans. But yeah, the qualifying wasn't good enough, so yeah, a good fight back. Esteban Ocon, 8. P12 in quali. He finished P7, and he hammered Alonso in his own backyard. Very good job by Esteban Ocon. Jumping into Lance Stroll, 3. P18 quali, P15 in the race. Aston Martin dubbed the Green Red Bull. Upgrades. Dreadful in the race. Really. Like, Aston Martin are really bad, aren't they? Yeah. Sebastian Vettel, 5. Again, a shocking qualifying. Very close to the points. Finished 11th. Just lacking performance. Yeah. Green Red Bull. That's 100% illegal. We see what happens. Now jumping into Lewis Hamilton. 7. Yeah. Hit and miss, really. Hit and miss. P6 in quali. Out-qualified again by George Russell, becoming increasingly frustrating. In the race, he went for a different strategy. The strategy was gone after turn 4. Contact with Kevin Magnussen. Lewis Magnussen round the outside. There's contact there. Ruined both their races, really. But the fight back was incredible. Now, we've heard he was 30 seconds behind, 20 seconds, 50 seconds. To come back all the way to P4, and then he had an issue. He had to give the place to Sainz, really. But yeah, the biggest downfall was he gave up on the radio. Oh, we should box, save the engine. And he comes all the way back, gets driver of the day by the fans. Yeah, people label it as the car. It was a great fight back by Lewis, so fair play to him. George, 10. Yeah, dominated Lewis once again. It's becoming frustrating. But George Russell, wow, take a bow. He's doing a hell of a job. P4 in quali. It comes to the race. He's holding Max off for 20 laps. Max had a couple of issues with his DRS, but it was still impressive. Like, clearly the Red Bull was quicker, but George did a mega job. And even when Max got back past, he still went for it, George. Fantastic. He's doing a better job on the podium. Impress him. And yeah, he's getting the headlines he deserves. Lando Norris, 8. Track limits in qualifying, and he ends up P11, but finishes the race in P8. Now, I did only have him lower, but after I realised that he was actually ill the whole race, so fantastic. He was ill for the whole race, and he finished P8. Fair play to Norris. Daniel Ricciardo, 5. Great qualifying P9, but the race again, where nowhere. P12, like, oh, Ricciardo, man. Yeah, he's looking a finished driver at the minute. Carlos Sainz, 7. He qualifies P3, disappointing. Yeah, he is a number 2, Carlos Sainz, already. And once again, it looked like a mistake in the race, but it was a gust of wind that caught him out through the gravel track. He was going to finish 5th. He ends up finishing 4th as Hamilton had an issue. Yeah, not great. Not great for Ferrari, actually. Charles Leclerc, 10. Now, he retired from the race, but I still give him 10. He fastest every single practice session. Pole position. Dominating the race. In a different league. Battered the opposition. Absolutely took the opposition to school. Champions pole lap. Dominating the race. Loss of power. Very unlucky for Charles. But yeah, he's got to take some confidence how much he dominated. And he's got his home race next. Pierre Gasly, 2. What is going wrong with Pierre Gasly? He had quite a lot of issues during the weekend, but he's getting done by Yuki Tsunoda. Tetman will be away in comments. I told you, Pierre Gasly, he's overrated. It's shocking. Absolutely awful. P13. Yuki Tsunoda, 7. He qualified 13th. He finished 10th ahead of Gasly, and he's one of the improved drivers. Probably could give Yuki 8. I might be tempted to give him 8, actually. Yeah, we'll go with 8 for Yuki. Solid. Valtteri Bottas, 9. He stopped in practice 1, qualified 7th. He does a solid job. He finished 6th. Yeah, since he's left Mercedes, he looks a new man. Guan Yu Zhou, 5. Qualified 15th. He's nowhere near Bottas. 3rd DNF of the season. Alfa Romeo need to fix some reliability. Max, 10. Now, I was going to only give Max 9. I don't think he was at his ultimate best this weekend. Issues again. Another win, though. Yeah, team orders came into play. Leclerc out the race. He got a bit lucky this weekend, I would say, Max. But, yeah, he leads the championship now, doesn't he? Sergio Perez, 10. Qualifying was quite bad, P5. But twice he moved over. Team player. He is a number 2, Sergio Perez. But he played the team game twice. In the middle of the race, he was quicker. They didn't let him through. So, typical Red Bull shithousery. But, yeah. Mick Schumacher, 5. Got his best quali. But, yeah. Nowhere in the race, 14th. Yeah, a lot of people say Mick's overhyped because of his surname. Magnussen, 5. Qualified 8th, but his race was done after the contact with Lewis. Obviously had big damage. Finished 17th. Alex Albon, 2. Probably the worst mark I gave him this year. He out-qualified Latifi, but in the race. What happened in the race? I don't know whether he had an issue, but he was absolutely miles off everyone. Yeah, he was like 40 seconds off. Don't know what happened there. Nicholas Latifi, 6. Now, I like to hammer Nicholas Latifi. He shouldn't be on the grid, but he beat Albon in the race. So fair play. Gotta praise him when he does well. Yeah, so there we have it. Let's check we got everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we have it. Driver ratings done. We go to Monaco next week. Going to be interesting. Actually was a very good race for Spain. Gets a lot of stick, does Spain, the track. People don't like it, but it was a good race. Yeah. Charles Leclerc had the race wrapped up. Max, he was there to capitalise. Yeah, comment down below your thoughts. These driver ratings videos always do well as well. Of course, my ratings you may not agree with. Comment down below. But yeah, very impressed. Enjoyable weekend, enjoyable race. I can't wait for Monaco. Thanks for watching.